Hi, I'm Bart Baggett, and welcome to the Handwriting Interviews. I want to introduce you to Candace Cain. How are you, Candace?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm wonderful, and thank you for being here to really talk about yourself and specifically about your handwriting. What interested you about doing this interview about graphology today?
Well, I've always had a certain interest in graphology, but I've also received many comments about my writing many times in the past, and it varied. And
like positive comments, or Candace, you have beautiful handwriting, or Candace, you're like a chicken? I mean, what kind of comments?
They told me that I had very interesting handwriting, and I think they meant that it was beautiful, hopefully. It's pretty ornate, and I do this without even really writing like that on purpose.
Now, have you always written in this general style since you were 14, 15 years old?
Yes, I have.
So this is pretty much the way you have been writing since you were a kid?
Yes.
One of your strengths, in my opinion, is a trait called determination.
Yes.
Describe if you think you're determined and you start what you finish. You just finish what you start.
I think that one of the major traits of myself that I know is that I'm very determined. I have to say that I'm good in starting things, but I would definitely like to improve in being able to finish.
Self-esteem. How would you describe your self-esteem on a 1 to 10 scale?
5.5.
5.5. And
Yes.
and do you think it's going up as you get older, or it's going down?
It's going up.
Intellectually wise, are you methodical? Are you procedural? Are you one of those people that can look at a map and just know it? How would you describe your education and your thought processes?
I feel like I'm highly intellectual. I'm a computer network engineer certified by Microsoft, and I've been doing that for 14 years. I wouldn't say methodical. I'm excellent in troubleshooting skills. That's probably the best that I can say.
And would that be analytical skills, predicting the future, seeing things sequentially?
Analytical skills.
Analytical.
Yes.
Like solving problems and problem solving.
Yes.
Because Microsoft engineer is what I thought when you walked down here. I thought, there's an engineer. Duh. Look at her. Okay? I'm being facetious naturally.
I know you are.
Okay. You're probably the hottest engineer ever to be Microsoft certified. Did they
you.
have that award? Did you actually get that award?
No.
You didn't?
No.
You should call them.
Yeah.
Let them know.
I think I should give it a shot.
How important is your appearance to you?
Very important.
Why? Why? What the motivation? Why?
I feel better about myself when I know that I've done the best that I can to look my best.
Got it. Now, you have a very pretty handwriting, perfectionist. Normally, handwriting that is too pretty and too rigid reveals some anxiety about things going wrong.
Yes.
Are you anxious now? Are you anxious in life? Tell me about this reoccurring anxiety problem.
Yes, that definitely describes me. I have a problem with anxiety. I even take medication for anxiety.
Are you taking it now?
Today I did not take it.
Okay. I have big rants about medical things, but does it make you feel less anxious at all?
A little.
Yeah.
I'm anxious right now.
Because of the interview, or because we're revealing things you don't want to reveal, or because you don't have control of the situation? Like, what's the source of that? Because clearly you're safe. I mean, it's not like, the roof's going to fall down.
Oh, because of the interview. I'm actually pretty comfortable with revealing information about myself.
Okay, good. So it's just me that makes you nervous. Good. I'm a real professional. I feel better about myself now. Describe your closet and your drawers in your house.
Oh, I'm a slob.
You're a slob.
Yes.
Like, describe it. Literally, you have no organization whatsoever.
No, I do not. My shoes are all over the floor. My clothes are hanging up. Well, some are thrown across the bed. I would say that I'm probably one of the sloppiest as far as keeping everything neat and orderly I know.
Is this affected your relationships in the past, or that's not a big deal because guys are
Of course.
slobs? It has. Why?
Because most of the men that I've been involved with are very neat.
They're very neat.
Yes.
And they expect that of you.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's talk about your relationships.
Okay.
Have you been married before?
Yes, I have.
Once, twice?
Go on.
How many times have you been married?
5 times.
5, and you look 24, so this
Thank
seems
you.
to be, you either married you off in Southern Carolina when you were like 4, or you've had a lot of short marriages.
I married young.
Wow. Can you identify what type of man you used to be attracted to? And that obviously was a bad decision, right?
Regarding personality or looks?
Personality.
I would say I would somehow attract the perfectionist type without even knowing it.
Perfectionist meaning controlling?
Yes,
Overly
absolutely
controlling. Do you think you're controlling, or you just don't like to be controlled?
I'm not controlling, and I do not like to be controlled.
Would you consider yourself submissive or not argumentative? Because if you're attracting controlling people, normally there's this, yin and yang, where they think they can control you, or they do up to a point.
I can be both.
And then you leave because it's too much.
Yes.
Yeah. Describe your dad.
My dad is a very strong male character. He believes that the man should be head of the household, growing up in a Southern Baptist home.
Wow, Southern Baptist. Now, the people that don't know Southern Baptist, it would be. Are you still Southern Baptist, or you were?
No.
Okay, so you've sort of detoxified from that.
Yes.
Okay. I've just offended all the Southern Baptists that watch my show, both of them. Describe that. They don't dance, right?
Oh, they do dance.
Church of Christ don't dance.
I think so. I'm not.
They tend to be very literal and conservative Christians, right?
Right.
Would you consider them a controlling religion? People can't do this, people can't do that. I mean, how would you describe it compared to all the other forms of Christianity in the South?
I would say that that fear is instilled in those when they go to church. If you do something wrong, you're going to go to hell. I think part of the reason why I married so many times is that you cannot be with someone unless you've married them.
Got it. So you can't have sex unless you're married.
Right.
And so I take it your first marriage was when you're a virgin, and then you got to have sex finally, right?
Right.
And how'd that work out?
Oh, beautiful in the beginning.
The sex was fine, but the marriage was terrible.
The marriage was great and toward the end.
In the beginning or toward the end, it got bad?
Toward the end.
What happened? What do you think was the reason that you thought this is terrible?
My husband was not as driven as I thought he would have been as far as being the provider of the family. So I had to take over and learn technology and be...
So you had to become the man of the house, right?
Yes.
Was he abusive in any way?
Actually, no, he wasn't.
No. Which one of your husbands did ever had that sort of archetype that was domineering and kind of...
My last one.
Your last
especially.
one. And was it physically, may I ask this?
Physically and verbally.
Can you give me an example without a cuss word? I mean, just like, you dumbass. I mean, what specifically would he say that would make you feel so insignificant?
Oh, you bitch, you look like a whore in that outfit.
Wow. I just can't imagine even saying that to someone you're in a relationship with. Mm-hmm. Did you fight back, or you just look at him like, are you crazy?
I looked at him like it was crazy, and if he was close enough, I might take a swing at him.
I don't see you as being violent. Mm-hmm. Did you ever take a swing at him?
Absolutely.
Was it after he hit you, or before, or you were the first one to slug it out?
Oh, how embarrassing. If he said
no
something...
one's going to believe this, by the way. You're way too dainty to believe that you ever took a swing at a guy.
Well, I took karate, so I had training.
So you were ready for it.
I wanted to have a chance to use it.
Did he deserve it? I mean, if he was that rude all the time, I would think that that's just a defense mechanism.
It was a defense mechanism.
Got it.
Most definitely.
You didn't finish talking about your dad. Your dad was a strong Southern Baptist man. Did he tell the kids to shut up, eat dinner at 6, and go to bed on time?